Miss January is a lion. It is his name.
You have a new restaurant.
Microphone is
Sorry. I didn't notice that it was mute.
¿Qué hacen comiendo en la clase?
Yes, that's right. While you're eating, now we're hungry. Now, I'm kidding. Now, let's start with the class. Let's start with the class of language. We're going to review. We're not going to copy. Don't worry about it. But you can have your notebook or your book to look for the pages and to look for the annotations that you have. Tell me, Marcelo.
I like I like to games to a link.
Hakuna Matata. Es como que vivir.
¿Quién está cantando Hakuna Matata?
¿Qué pedo? What happened this here? What happened?
Hakuna Matata.
Okay, let's start with the review. Possessive nouns. Possessive nouns. Possessive nouns review. What is a possessive noun? Do you remember what is a possessive?
Things, animals.
That is a noun, yes. But
Things,
this is a noun.
animals, a person.
I don't know.
But possessive, remember that it shows ownership, that you are the owner. For example, I can say that Santiago Chavez is the owner of the notebooks that they're close to him. So we can say Santiago Chavez notebooks. Santiago Chavez, what else we can say? You say that you have an animal. What's the name of your animal, Santiago?
Toby
Mm-hmm.
and the patroncito.
Es un Rottweiler.
Sí, es mi perro Rottweiler, pero my guinea pigs is beautiful.
The guinea pig that you have.
Yes.
I know.
En ese,
This is a question.
Tengo guinea pigs, o
Guinea
sea,
pig
cuyos.
Possessive líder.
Yes, there are no.
En serio, no son guinea pigs. Un día, si
Pigs
a
son-
le
son
mostró la
cerdos.
foto.
But guinea pig is not that. Okay. By the way,
Es como
in
si
reading,
fuera
you
una
have
especie
one
de
reading
conejo
that
de
it's
India.
called I Love Guinea Pigs. In the reading book, you can find a story that it's called in that way. Okay, let's start. Possessive nouns. Remember that possessive nouns, it talks about the possession, that you have possession. Nouns are used to show ownership. That is a possessive noun, that you are the owner of something that shows possession. You can find this on book page number 62 onto page number 67. Also in your notebook, you copy this. You copy this in your notebook. So if you look in your annotations, you're going to find the meaning of possessive nouns. And you're going to find also some rules. Let's review the rules. We have different rules. Rule number 1, Mia Valentina. Read rule number 1 in the example, please.
Rule number 1, in singular nouns, person, place, thing, or idea, we add apostrophe and s after the noun. Runs car in the garage. Car
Belonging
to run is in the garage.
Thank you, Mia. That's rule number 1. When we're talking about position, when we have singular nouns, remember, singular nouns means just one, right? We reviewed this yesterday. Singular nouns, we're talking about just one thing, one place, one idea, one person. So when we have a singular noun like this, we're going to use just apostrophe and s, like this one that we have. Ron's car. We're talking about the car of Ron. Ron is the name of the boy. So Ram's car, because this is singular, we're talking about just one boy and one car. It's in the garage. So we write apostrophe and s. That's the rule. We need to follow this rule to form that possessive for the singular noun. Now, let's find out rule number 2. Okay, rule number 2. Help me to read rule number 2. Let's see. Alberto, read rule number 2, Alberto.
In singular nouns ending with s, we add a apostrophe and s, the noun.
Examples.
Tom, notebook lying on the table. Notebook of Tom is lying on the table. John with a is a doctor with of John is a doctor.
The wife of John is a doctor. Well, how can we say this? We can write wife of John is a doctor, but it's better to use the possessive. John's wife is a doctor. Tom's notebook is lying on the table. So we use also the apostrophe and the s. Tom is a singular noun. Tom is a singular noun, so we add the apostrophe and s. John is singular. We're talking about just one boy. We have apostrophe. Let's see. I see that you raise your hand. Let's see, Sian, then Rebecca.
Rule number 3. In singular nouns ending with s, followed by a word starting with s, we just add a apostrophe to the noun. This is the arial, a hissing sound.
Read the examples now.
Kansas school is a mouth. Villa, Nagar. Sua's sister is a teacher.
Excellent. Thank you, Ziyan. Rule number 3. What it's telling you? That we need to write just apostrophe. Why do you just... That's the page 62, 67. In those pages, you can find...
Miss, I want to read.
Okay, yes, we're going to read.
can
Don't
read,
worry.
Miss.
Yes, Rebecca, you're going to read the next one. Now, look this. Rule number 3, we have apostrophe. Why we don't write the letter S as after the apostrophe? Why we don't write it fast? Why we just write the apostrophe? Kiara?
Because has the S.
That's right, because this one, Texas is ends with letter S. It's plural, right? We can say that it's a plural or it's a word that ends with S. And also, if you look the next word that follows Texas, it's a school. School starts with letter S. So we have two S, Texas and school. So we just need to write apostrophe. Imagine that you write in this way, that word, Texas, apostrophe S, school. How it's going to be written? How are you going to read this? Texas school.
Texas school.
That's difficult, right? To say that. Texas school. That's difficult. But if you just have this.
Texas school.
Texas school, that's right. But you write the apostrophe, and the apostrophe that you see there means that it's a possessive, that you're talking about possessive, even though we don't write the S. Because if you write the S, it's going to be difficult to pronounce that. So that's the rule. The rule says that if the word ends with letter S, we just write the apostrophe. The same with this one. Look, we have an S and sisters start with letter S. We just write the apostrophe. Okay, let's go to the next slide. Rebecca, read rule number 4 in the examples.
Plural nouns ending with s, we add apostrophe after s. Students, reports, crowds are ready.
Ready.
Ready. Girls' dance classes have been
Postponed. That's right. Look here. Why we just have apostrophe also here?
Why? But the ready have the s.
Okay, this is a plural noun. Students. What is the singular for students, class? Student, it's a singular, but if you say students, it's plural. So since we have the plural that it's the students, we just write the apostrophe. That's a rule. If you are using the plural on one word that ends with s, we just write the apostrophe. Students, with the apostrophe, we know that here it follows an s, but we're not going to write students report. But in my students report, that's going to be also difficult to pronounce because we have the plural. We omit to write the letter s. We just write the apostrophe. But the apostrophe means that it's a possessive. The same with girls dance. Girls, it's a plural. This is singular, but this is plural. If we write the apostrophe in s, it's going to be difficult, so tricky to pronounce. So we just write apostrophe, like the examples that you have there. Now, rule number 5. Santiago Hernandez, read rule number 5, Santiago Hernandez.
Miss, Camila have it a Camila.
Camila is going to read the next one. Yes, Camila is going to read the next one. Santiago Hernandez, this
irregular plural nouns mean children. We add apostrophe and to show possession.
possession.
Children gather are expensive. Gather of children are expensive. People might need to be changed. Makes it of people need to be changed.
Okay, thank you, Santiago. Rule number 5 says, if you have plural of the word, but they are irregular, remember that we have some nouns that they are irregular when we find the plural, like children. What is the singular for children? Remember that we have child, it's a singular, and plural, it's children. So we use the plural, children's clothes. In this case, we write apostrophe and s, people's mindset. Why we write apostrophe and s, class?
But in children, no finish of for s.
That's right, excellent, Rebecca. Children, it's plural, but that word doesn't finish with s, so we write apostrophe and s. The same people is plural. Remember the person is a singular, person, and people is the people. Okay, people is a plural, so people doesn't end with s, so we write apostrophe in s because that says the rule. If it is an irregular plural noun, we need to write apostrophe in s. Okay, let's go to next rule. Rule number, okay, we don't have more rules. I think that we have it. Any question about this rule? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 rule? No? No? Okay, let's go and practice. Let's go and practice. I'm not going to share the link because it's not going to work to you. I'm going to share the presentation. Camila, you're going to help me to read. Okay, let's see.
Miss, in the link is the same of initial session.
Yeah, so I'm going to share these links, but later you can practice. But right now, no, because you need to. Okay, here you write your name. You say that you are letter C. Okay.
Your name is A.
Okay, yes, you write your name.
Just an example.
It's just an example. Okay, Camila, read number 1, Camila.
Envía el link.
No, Marcelo. You're muted, Camila.
A possessive noun shows ownership.
Ownership. Is it true or
Ownership.
false? Is it true? Possessive noun shows ownership, that you are the owner.
False.
Colette says false. Rebecca says what? Yes. Camila?
I think
Who knows? Who knows? Don't worry.
I think no. No, it's false.
False? False? Who else says false? Who said true? Raise your hand if you say that it's true.
No.
Raise your hand if you say that it's false. False, let's see. And the rest, you don't know what's the answer. All of you say false.
It's false.
It's false.
Possessive noun shows ownership. It's true, class. Remember, I'm going to show you one more time the presentation so you can see here. Possessive noun. What it says about possessive noun? Class, do you see the presentation? Shows ownership. It shows
Possessive
ownership.
nouns are used to show possessive. Nouns are used to show ownership.
That's right. So it means that it's true or false. It's true. It shows ownership. That's right. Let's see number 2. Read number 2, Danny. Number 2.
A possessive
To form a possessive noun, we never use apostrophes.
We never use apostrophes.
False.
False. Why it's false? It says never, and we use apostrophe. Remember, we use apostrophe. Tell me, Colette.
The other is real, but never is false.
That's right. Number 3, Colette. Read number 3, Colette.
The plural possessive noun of
Shoemakers.
shoemaker is
The possessive form. What is the possessive form for shoemakers?
The second.
makers.
The second.
Second one with the S and the apostrophe.
We have S.
That's right. It's a plural. We just write the apostrophe. Number 4, Marcelo. Read number 4, Marcelo.
Is the possessive of children say correctly?
Is the possessive for the children's day correctly?
Is it correctly in possessive form?
Yes.
Yes, that's right. Remember, it's plural. We write apostrophe.
Me.
Number 5. Let's see, Alberto. Read number 5.
From the noun Santiago.
The second.
The second one. The second
Read
one.
number 5, Alberto.
Santiago.
The second.
No, it's not Alberto. Santiago Chavez. Read number 5, Santiago Chavez.
One.
Read number 5.
That's weird. This Santiago
Santiago Chávez allí sale.
The singular possessive for the noun Santiago is, what is going to be the possessive one? Santiago.
The second. The second.
the number 2.
Number 2, that's right, Santiago.
The second.
To be apostrophe and S. Excellent.
It's weird.
Number
What is
6.
my name is this?
Oscar.
What is there? Just an example. Valerie, number 6. What do you think, Valerie? The possessive here.
Claro que yes.
Number 1, yes.
Valerie, read the sentence, Valerie.
Claro que yes.
Class, just hold on. Let's see. Caleb, stop, please. Okay, let's see, Valerie. One more time, sorry.
Is the possessive Oscar Pineda's dog correct? Yes.
Yes. Oscar
sabíamos.
Pineda's dog. It's correct. Yes. Excellent. Next one, number 7. Let's see, number 7. Read the sentence. Let's see. Joshua, number 7, Joshua.
The first one.
Number two.
The singular possessive from
Answer number
New Jersey.
The number one.
What do you think is the possessive form
Yes.
of
Number one is.
one or
Number
two?
New Jersey.
Number one.
But no
Number
have
one,
S,
New
no have
Jersey.
S.
Singular
The
possessive.
two one. The two one.
The two.
Two,
The
that's
two.
right. New
Jersey.
Jersey, it's singular, and we write apostrophe and
The
S.
plural now.
That's the singular.
Plural now.
Number 8, Rebecca.
The singular possessive noun is correct? Yes.
Rebecca, number 8.
Yes.
You're muted, Rebecca.
It's correct. It's the first one. Yes.
No.
No.
It's correctly, I think.
Now, Miss Humber, it's correct, the singular possessive class?
Yes.
Yes, that's right. Naomi is the name, is singular, just one person, so we attach apostrophe and S. Excellent. Next one, let's see Sian, number 9.
For the possessive of a plural noun that does not end in a S, add an apostrophe and S.
Doesn't end with S. If the possessive of a plural doesn't end with S, what we have to do? We add an apostrophe and S?
It's false.
True.
That is false.
True. Who said true? I think it was Fernando. Rosa. Okay, Fernando, why you say that it's true?
Because it's plural noun.
It's a plural. Okay, the possessive of a plural noun that doesn't end with S, we add apostrophe and S. Like what? Can you give me an
I have a
example?
question, Miss. I have a question. The plural noun is plural.
The plural is
The
singular.
plural noun
The
is
word?
plural.
Okay, remember, for example, the possessive for a plural noun that doesn't end with S, for example, we can have words that they're plural. Do you think that this word is plural?
No, me.
It's not plural, children?
Yes,
Yes.
it's plural.
Yes, it's plural, that's
Yes.
right. And that word doesn't end with S, but it's a plural. So we write an apostrophe in S. That is what it's asking.
I have a question.
Tell me, Caleb.
Español mejor. Plural noun, el plural es plural. The
Yes,
plural
Miss,
noun
it's
is plural.
It's false.
It's true, class. Why it's true? Look here.
It's true, Miss.
It's true that for a possessive of a plural noun that doesn't end with S, this word it's a plural. It's a plural noun and doesn't end with S. It ends with N, letter N. So it says you have to add an apostrophe and S. That's right. You add apostrophe and S because it's a plural. But what happens if you have this one? Children, remember that the singular is child. Plural is children.
Yes.
If you have, for example, this one, dog, it's singular, but dogs, it's plural. Are you going to attach apostrophe and S or just the apostrophe?
No.
Only the apostrophe. That's right. So in this case, it's asking you for a plural that doesn't end with S. This is the plural that doesn't end with S, so it's true. That's why it is true. Excellent, Fernando and Rosa, that says true. That is the answer. That's right. Okay, drawings. Let's see, we have more. Here, next one.
We have more time.
Matching, yes, we have 5 minutes. Okay, this one, what we're going to do? We're going to choose what it's meant about it's a. What is this? Is a singular possessive or plural possessive noun? This sentence, this expression.
Singular.
Plural.
Plural, that's right. Why is plural? Look here. What is the singular? Remember the singular is this.
Man.
Man, that's right. Plural is that example. Okay, let's see number 11. Singular or plural possessive noun?
Singular.
Hands closed.
Plural.
No, hands, it's plural. Plural, we're talking about both hands. Excellent. Number 12.
The man is
Singular.
Singular, that's right. Mountain, it's just one. Apostrophe next means that it's singular. Excellent. Number 13.
Hennessy.
Is singular. Is singular. Singular. Is singular.
Singular. Why it's singular?
Singular.
Plural, singular.
Hennessy Raudales. How many Hennessy we're talking about? Just one Hennessy
Hennessy
Raudales.
Raudales.
It's just one. The last name, el apellido, last name, it's Raudales. But it's just one girl that we're talking about. It's singular. Okay, Ulises Toys is a singular. Why singular?
Because it's just one
Ulises is just one boy. It's like if you say Fernando's toys, Marcelo's toys.
Ulises.
So it's going to be Ulises, Galet's toy, it's singular. Tell me.
Khaled fue el único que se quedó de la sección C.
Okay, so we're going to finish here questions before we go about this topic, possessive nouns. No? No questions? Okay, bye-bye, class. Going out of line. Next week, be ready to study for the exam. Tell me. Gabriela.